Hey guys, good afternoon. Franco with Trading Futures Live. In this video, I will review my trades from today, June 21st. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so this is my edge wonk. Today is the 21st. Yesterday I didn't trade, it was a holiday. And I have these weird numbers. I have 1 losers and 3 break-evens. This is very unusual for me. I usually stop at my first break-even after losers because 2 break-evens and 1 losers for me is a combination of a disaster, right? Psychologically, that's my worst case scenario. So I do try to prevent those type of days. Even though I have the knowledge and the experience for me to say, all right, if I have and the scenario is this: 2 break-evens and 1 loser in that order. That's the worst case scenario for me mentally and psychologically, right? I'm working to overcome that situation, but since I haven't created the habit yet, because I want to avoid those type of days, what I do is when I have that scenario, I just walk out of the charts, right? But well, that's okay. So let's jump right into my trades. My first trade was a loser. It was very bullish in the morning. We were calling the internals to being not supportive of the move, so we were very attentive and we were stocking a short trade, right? So I spotted this area and I say, all right, it's a very counter trend trade. I'm gonna take a confirmation, and then the internals gave me some confirmation. Here the ADQD is going up. I am allowed to take counter trend trades with the ADQD just going up, not retracing, right? So the scenario is if it's going up, I can take a short always that this thing is not retracing back down, right? Because when it's retracing back down is when the continuation happens, right? All right, so the tick chart was creating a lower low here and then a lower low here, right? This is my trade. It was not very bad per se. I just had the unfortunate of this thing not moving out at least 1-to-1, and then it created this momentum to the upside, and they stopped me out for a -1R. Here's my stop, 44.50. I got a huge slippage, probably a couple points. Then I ended up losing probably 5% more of what I was accounting. Alright, so that's my first trade, a losing trade. My second trade is a break even. Again, we were stuck in the short because the internals were not making a coherent move with the long. So here I spotted this area. Now I took a limit in this case because even though it was counter trend, now I did have a better geometry of the zone, and I did have the internals. Even though this one created a new high. Again, I am allowed to take a counter trend trade like when the ADQD is just going, right? Not when it's retracing. So here this is the one that allows me create a new low here. So it was like created new lows, and here it didn't create a new high. It created a new high for a brief, for a very few seconds, and then it rejected the tick chart to the downside, and here is when it's creating a lower low when I execute my trade, right? Again, this one I have the fortune that it moved 1-to-1. I could protect my profit, and it never worked. It simply continued going up, not by much, just a little bit, probably like 10 points. Like when the tick chart is moving against the price action trend tells me that something is about to change. Even the tick chart is gonna change and support the movement, or the price action is gonna just roll 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 is gonna turn down, right? Roll over. So in this case, I had the tick chart making movement for the shorts, created a new low, and then it didn't create a new high. So all right, this might be about to roll over, right? All right, my next my next trade is this area created at 950 around that time. So I drew this area when it was created, and I was ready to execute to the long side, but I never got filled. And then I got the internals changing to the long side, and I said, all right, when it came here, right, it created a new low, a high, and then created a higher low, barely here. You see that? All right, now it's creating new highs above this recently created pivot. And again, this one is an even best case scenario because it's retracing big time, right? It went up and then it's coming back down to around the open or something, right? So I took this thing confirmation, right? My reason for here to move my stop before the 1-to-1, and this is when you say, all right, I did something that I was not contemplating in my plan, and then I realized that I had a loser and then a break even, and then my mental state is not 100%, right? I'm not saying the trade did work or it didn't work. I'm saying I did something that it was not in my plan, right? Which what that was that I moved my stop break even here, and they stopped me at break even. And when it came back up, I was bitching, and then when it came back down to stop people out here, I was happy, right? So obviously I was not in my best state, because if not, I would have assessed completely and unbiasedly what was happening in the charts, right? And do my analysis and say, all right, this is what I need to do, this is what I have to do. Long story short, I moved my stop for a break even. They stopped me at a break even again with some slippage, probably like $10, right? And then when this happened, this is my next trade. I'm gonna explain it to you guys. When this happened here, the same area, obviously, right? But now I have this thing here. Now I have this thing here, right? I was now feeling FOMO because it created a high. It created a lower high, actually, but it created a higher low, and then I said, all right, this thing is gonna go right here, right? It created this one, it went, and then I attempted the breakout. Now then in this breakout, I was going long, right? And then I'm gonna show you this. I broke out this area, right? No, sorry, when it broke out, I put the order limit, so if it comes back, I'm gonna take it, right? So it went around for like a couple minutes or something, and then sorry, no, it didn't went around, it didn't go around, it's just it filled me in. It went up like 10 points or something. I was risking a very small and narrow area. I was like probably 1/2 to 1 or 1 to 1, and then I moved my stop because I was able to realize that this happened. So this week, what I wanted to do is that a solid close around here, I would have kept my trade there. So when this happens and this closed here, I said, all right, this is a no-no, Franco. You're not in the right mental state. You already had 2 break-evens and 1 loser. Just bail this trade out, just move your stop break even. If it works, fine. If it doesn't, just this is not your moment, right? So I got a break even here, then it came back to the area and it worked for a nice 3-to-1, right? So long story short, my area did work for a 3-to-1 trade, but I was not able to hold my trade enough through ups and downs, right? Now the market is closing below that area, so I feel like, all right, a -1 hour is not bad. You're still a lot for the month. You're up 15. My goal for the month is 20. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 more days is 7 trading days. So I think I could make my goal, right? My win rate during this month is been very good. Obviously the week is 0%. I just had one loser, but in reality I had one loser and 3 break-evens. The H1 does not accounts for the break-evens, right? So with that, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. That helps us with the algo of YouTube to see if we can reach more people, right? Thank you. See you tomorrow, 9:20.